What's up, everybody? Well, today I'm here to do another full house cleaning to test vacuum cleaning performance. This time I thought I would feature my Hoover Futura, one of the many versions of the Elite that was named the Futura. The other one being the Legacy. There were actually two versions of the Legacy model. And then there was also a Dimension version of the Futura, which coincidentally is sitting right over there. But this was the base model version of the Futura. It was more loosely based on the base model Encore Supreme. And it's very similar in design. It's a hard bag cover. It's a more darker blue than the Encore Supreme that I have, which is a more brighter powdery blue. And this one, per usual on my tests, fresh new HEPA Type A bag. And the brush roll configuration, as usual, is going to be different compared to the last video. This one does have a single row brush roll, but it is the version with blue bristles instead of the white stiff bristles. The blue bristles are mildly stiff. They're still pretty long, but just not as stiff as the white bristle. If anything, I think it's a little bit more stiffer than the red bristle brush roll. If anyone remembers, I did the red bristle brush roll single row in my tan Spirit Elite. And I remember making a passing comment saying one of these days I might have to test the single row blue bristle brush roll one of these days. And since I pulled this out, I'm figuring now's my chance to use it. So this one, like typical Elite fare of the time, it has the 7 amp motor with a 7-bladed fan impeller. And I've already tested the single row brush rolls that have white stiff bristles, green soft bristles, my blue runabout, the red bristle single row, and now this blue bristle one is the next one on hand. So there's not really much else to say other than let's go ahead and get started. I have to plug into the middle of my room again because the cord's so short in order to get the vacuuming done in one take. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now let's go ahead and analyze carpet lines. Per usual Elite standards, leaves very nice lines. There are a little bit of 3 subtle marks of shame, besides the big one, obviously being the belt mark. And those are mostly attributed to not only the base plate design on this, but also the brush roll design itself. Now, it's nothing to do with the bristles and their stiffness, which, to reiterate, not as much as the white. But if you look at the brush roll itself, especially the part by one of the outside ingest bars, besides the big one in the center, the brush roll obviously is cut out to allow for clearance, to not allow the bristles to hit the ingest bar, like the Hoover Elites did in the past. I do remember testing one of my Elites that had the white bristle stiff roll brush roll that did not have the cutouts, but used this same style base plate. Some of the bristles that hit this actually grind it off. It's just a minor little nuisance, but not too major a deal. It doesn't really hinder performance that much, but you will notice when it comes to the grooming action a bit. Not a big deal. The agitation is still there, even for not having as stiff of bristles as some of its other brush rolls that Hoover offered on these at the time. But grooming marks are a little bit different. So let's go ahead and continue on.
And thanks to the magic of editing, the full house cleaning is all complete. Such a pleasure to use as usual. Pulls a lot of air, and the brush roll, even though a single row, still manages to agitate very good, even for something that doesn't have as stiff of bristles as some other brush rolls, even the softer ones with more bristles. Yeah, the bag case and bag door looks like they could use a cleaning, but eventually that will come soon. Now looking at the results, quite a bit towards the bottom, a lot towards the top, even some pet hair mixed in here and there, definitely a bit of fine dust. So I would honestly say, cleaning performance wise, I would almost go as far as to say the blue bristle brush roll performs about as good as the red bristle and the white bristle single row brush rolls. You almost couldn't even tell the difference. And the green bristle one is good if you have very delicate rugs and you don't want to damage them. But I do believe the green dual row soft bristle brush roll performs about an equivalent to the stiff bristle single rows. But with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this full house cleaning of the Hoover Futura. Be sure and stay tuned, and don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.